You should really learn to pull out. It's not my fault. She does this judo legs lock thing. Me. People who didn't nut for a month because the internet told them to. How did you know I also masturbate to dead deer? What's the difference between a police officer and a bullet? When a bullet kills someone else, you know it's been fired. A bullet only hits you once. Unless you get shot in the ass from the side 4 holes, 1 bullet. They call that the $1 million wound, but I have yet to see any of that money. Tapeworms removed from a dog. Time to show this vid to my little cousins on how pasta is made, all eternal. How to make a man moan. I got a boyfriend, I really wanna make him moan. The problem is I don't like manly moan, and he seems to have a soft voice, but he keep it to himself. Any advice? Kick him in the balls. Bondage bed. Was it really necessary to have the fella demonstrate though? Maybe he comes with it? Girls, what do you most admire in boys? When they carefully explain something that interests them up a football or video games and their faces light up a little. Every day I chop up people and export their meat to my meat shop. The business is profiting, so I'm lightened up. I first find my victims who are homeless people at most and then offer them food. By that I lure these people into a room without exit and afterwards we finish our job by restraining them and dissecting their bodies. What about you? What are your hobbies? I created an example of my daily hallucinations. Your brain is trying to have you prove you are not a robot. Just try and unsee this. Forbidden glory hole. 1 million dead mosquitoes. I'd snorted like cocaine. Tree trimmer dies after falling into a wood chipper, California police say. Horrific. Happened about 7 to 8 years ago in Washington state as well. 18-year-old kid, and was his first day on the job. You mean last? You survived for 11 days, 5 hours. You killed 140 zombies. Game mode, sandbox. My character may be a child molester, but he was a good man. I'm sorry, your character was a what? A good man. What do we think, now that Rocksteady have confirmed that the Deadshot in Arkham City was a fake and was killed by the real Deadshot shortly after? I still think he pulled a reverse Michael Jackson. He molested old people. My license photo. The only thing the woman who took my photo said was, "You're okay with this?" Surprised you they let you select M instead of offender. Dude, your grandpa was looting Nazis like it's Minecraft. What is the funniest interruption you've had during Shreks? My wife and I found out the lock on the bedroom door in our new house didn't work the hard way when our 4-year-old daughter walked right in during full-on doggy style. I panicked and told her we were baking a cake. She asked why we were naked, and I explained we didn't want to get our clothes messy. She also asked why we were making it in our bedroom, and I told her we were trying to make it a surprise, so I had to go out and buy a cake because she kept asking when it would be ready, and she told our son about it. She then proceeded to tell my mother-in-law that mommy and daddy made a surprise cake for her. I really hope she didn't include more details in the story to grandma, but I'm afraid she probably did. Why do men start podcasts instead of going to therapy? The same reason females start an OnlyFans instead of getting a job, lol. Guy with no arms gets kicked for calling a girl the N-word. That's messed up. Dude was completely unarmed. Let's not point fingers. Nobody gave him a hand. You cannot descend on others. You have to arm yourself for self-protection at all times. He doesn't believe in the Second Amendment and refuses to bear arms. What movie would be insanely weird if it included a Shrek scene? Home Alone. We're the Wet Bandits. The last object you held, except of your phone, is your weapon in a zombie apocalypse. Hey, cool. A human heart I can use as bait. A giant family tent with private bedroom compartments and a full living area. Wait till your daughter and son in the fabric thin walls hear your balls slapping against their mother's ass. Only one trilogy can stay, the rest gotta go. I was literally conceived in a Shrek 2 movie theater. I'm obligated to pick Shrek. lived through the world wars, and did nothing to stop it. Born in 1832, Jonathan the Turtle is expected to turn 190 in 2022. This makes him the oldest known land animal alive today. I pull out the plastic dildo out of me, just to see a bite taken out of it. Take a pregnancy test. Sigh. Unzips. Sigh. Rezips you. Sighs harder. Unzips. Sighs even harder. Rezips you. Sighs seductively. Unzips him. Sighs confused. Rezips both of you. This kid knows what's up. Who is your hero? Dad. Why do you consider this person your hero? He is brave. Is there anything your hero is frightened of? Mom. If the mom and dad were switched, it would be a completely different story. What happened to Jesus? He's bungee jumping. Oh my god. So I'm looking for the top of my grinder when my 8-year-old son walks in like this. Maybe lock the door if you're searching Grindr for tops. The true use of OnlyFans. Mark will make OnlyFans. All proceeds will be donated to charity. So my sister is actually charity funding something right now. Dad, you are as smart as R2-D2, as brave as the Mandalorian, as wise as Yoda, as loyal as Obi-Wan Kenobi. With love, you little Padawan. Emma. You're hairy like Chewbacca, fat like Jabba the Hutt, pale like Palpatine, unhinged like Anakin. Curse Bitcoin title. This coin turned black after I accidentally swallowed it and shat it out. Real change comes from within. Alright, so both are naked and completely covered in oil. Who's winning the twerk off? Whoever can take the fursuit off the fastest. Flesh. Who is this? August Amis. She's dead. Where's the body? Ayo. The way my brother eats ice cream. I don't think he's eating it. Carving the turkey. What's wrong, honey? You've barely touched your spurkey. Baby elephant in local zoo charged his 5-ton father. Gets gently reminded of his size. Just as dramatic as my kids when I hit them with my trunk. Wash your ass with water, please. Thank you. Oh, and here my dumbest thought, you were supposed to wash it with motor oil. Shit, been using mercury for so long. At least it's sulfuric acid. I prefer having it licked clean by your dog or boyfriend. You're either good at video games or good at Shreks. Either way, you can probably work a joystick. Durex has stumbled into the wrong side of Twitter. This here's the gaming side of Twitter, and there's zero Shreks being had here. Sorry guys, best of luck in the future. We sell lube too. One has to go. A. Bacon. B. Eggs. Women's rights. D. Pancakes. I'm Jew, we don't eat pig. So bacon can go. I'm Muslim, we don't eat pig, so women's rights can go. Based. A beautiful ray of light in the Amazon. O penis of the lake, what is thy wisdom? Guns don't kill people, dads with pretty daughters do. So what do dads of ugly daughters do? Ask your dad. To college wrestlers, after fending off a grizzly bear. The guy with face injuries jumped on the grizzly and pulled its ears when it attacked broken arm guy. Do you think he used his wrestling moves? Should he be awarded some kind of college athlete award for wrestling a goddamn grizzly bear? Heroes all around, including all the people involved in the rescue afterwards. Dude has both arms out of commission. The buddy whose life he saved knows what he has to do now. Ducking Reddit, I swear to God. How do you sleep? 1 in winter, 17 in summer, and 20 at sleepovers. Must be some fun sleepovers. Sir, I have to inform you that I'm in fact a registered Shrek's offender. Lol, 2 of my English teachers were pregnant. Only 2? The third one wasn't into students. Kill it with fire. It's a ghost. It's already dead. Dig it up and duck it. Yes. What do you get if you cross a train with a dog? A choo-choo-hoo-ha. Really messy railroad tracks. Samsung released a new fridge that can speak and answer questions. That's your third bowl of ice cream, you fat bitch. Thomas Jefferson after he raped his slaves. At least now I know I can effortlessly beat the racism allegations by reminding people I've ducked black women. Some of the most satisfying pleasures in life have to do with holes in our bodies. Farting so good it scratches your butthole and it makes your stomach ache go away. What is the most dangerous position in chess? C4. Bending over in front of the bishop. Unlike women, Indians actually exist. They don't. Then what the hell is my mother? A whore. What's the most awkward situation after Shreks? The funeral home owner walks in as you're closing the casket. What was unacceptable in 2015 that everyone accepts nowadays? Searching OnlyFans for people born in 2000. How do you say I promise I'm smart, my brain is just fried professionally? Hag. Drop your group chat names, let's see how dark it gets. Jeffrey Epstein's Daycare and Frank Hide and Seek Club. What would be your reaction if your partner moaned someone's name during Shreks? Pretty goddamn shocked a corpse started talking, to be honest. Women will never understand the comfort and bliss of a man's yellow pillow. Enough sweat to be my biological twin. In your opinion, who has the most toxic fan base? I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that Hitler had a pretty toxic fan base. I was gonna say Beyonce, but I think you got me beat. New Goblin Slayer game is here. The endless battle to exterminate the goblins begins. Goblin Slayer EH, official. Can't wait to play as the goblins in the cave. People who piss all over toilet seats. Why? It warms it up, so I'm more comfortable taking a shit in the sink. How important is Shreks for you in a relationship? Depends on the relationship. Relationship with my wife. Very important. Relationship with my dog. Slightly less important. Slightly. Mistakes make you stronger. My mother after giving birth to me. Never watched Home Alone. Home Alone. It isn't Christmas until I've watched a 10-year-old boy beat off 2 grown men for a whole night before they are finished off by an old guy. Phrasing. I've been self-harm free for 18 years. Holy shit, dude, how did you do it? Drugs mostly. Me, will you marry me? Girlfriend, no. Hot air balloon pilot, it takes me about an hour to land this thing, so this is now awkward. Jumps out. So long, ho blaster. Men of Reddit, what's better than blowjob? When someone from HR has to apologize with a blowjob. Want to be dominated? Will dominate you. Will ask you to be gentle. New will defend you in court. Considering they're all minors, I better call Saul. Personally, I just want my body fixed. I hate having a disease that is written into my genetics. Ducking type 1. 1. You seen a chance and you took it. You mad lad. When you just finished deep throating and he asks, are you okay? Is oral Shreks a sin even in marriage? I'm sorry to be graphic, but I heard from another Christian woman that BJs are not right even in marriage. Is this true? Shreks is a gift. Use the whole buffalo. Actually, I'd advise not to bring any farm animals into the marriage bed. I swear the naked old man is just a universal gym NPC. There isn't a single gym on earth without one. It's like their sole purpose on earth is to be naked in a gym locker room. For real bro, even in my school gym. Huh. Every time you sneeze, a random kid in Africa is erased from existence. I'll be sneezing the rest of my life with a superpower like this. I've made a zip bomb that extracts to the teeny tiny size of 55.4 yottabytes. For context, a zettabyte is 0.001 of a yottabyte, and as of 2016, internet traffic is 1.1 zettabyte per year. Time to update the Geneva Convention. Geneva Suggestion. Geneva Checklist. I played this when I was very young and could never beat it. I now know how the game ends and can die happy. You're still living though, right? Nope. Cancer, stage 3. Hope you get to stage 4, man. That's a hard game to beat. Just saw a fat girl with pepper spray. I need that kinda confidence in my life. She probably uses it as seasoning. Playing in wheelchair, any tips? Long story short, I broke my pelvis today. I got hit by a car. Doctors said I will be in a wheelchair for at least a year. Is there any way I could still play in CQB at least? I know I won't be able to snipe. Man's got turned into a mounted turret. What anima is this? Fate/Zero. Isn't that the one with a Stolfo? No. Fate/Apocrypha has a Stolfo. Fate/Zero has dead children and shooting people in wheelchairs. Kiss me if I'm wrong, but corns are blue, right? Kisses you passionately, our lips lock like puzzle pieces, fitting together like we were only made to be intertwined with each other. I melt into you, the air feels warm. I can feel your heart pound against me. I pull away for a second, and in between heavy breaths I whisper, they're red. That game looks fun. What's it called? The game is called Scream Go Hero. You can find more games like this one that use sound to control your character at r/sounding. You sick bastard. Why does Genji's sword have a ducking light switch on it? It turns on the dragons. Peeing in the shower is better than peeing in the bath. At least it's better than shitting in the bath. But when you shit in the bath, you now have a little floating boat to play with. Origin of this image. Germany prob. Am I missing something here? I have IBS, sleep apnea, and frequent night terrors. We should share a bed for the rest of our lives. I don't always stop breathing and scream myself awake, but when I do I shit myself. Life. Once you've put the fire out, your anxiety will disappear. Me. I just can't catch a break. So in order to put out the fire he will need to kill himself. Gruhegeo. How do I start a petition to have someone's internet privileges revoked? Oh good, Tech Bros invented the sundial. This clock uses shadows to tell time. Gotta finger the clock to see if you're running late. Your future Shrek's robot could be hacked and programmed to murder you. Jokes on them, I'm into robot BDSM. Deals you'll love. Frequently bought together. Ladder, rope, toaster, bathtub. I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the money to do it. Mother ducker take out a loan. What are they gonna do? Collect an artificial womb that successfully grew a baby lamb. The freshest vacuum sealed meat you'll ever get. You'll even get to butcher it yourself. I'm scared for Squidward. That's wrong. What if someone tricked you into eating human flesh? Challenge accepted. Cocaine Bear. They are making a movie about this. Puddington 3. I'm from a small town. How tall are you? 6'8". Wow, you're pretty tall. Yeah, some girls like it. But it sucks, because I have really long legs and arms and big feet, but tiny hands, so when I run I look like a goblin sometimes. You there? Epic chinchilla dust bath in 4K ultra high definition. Grandpa's final wish was to become a chinchilla's bath. Mom says something to me. Stare at her like this. Don't say anything, and go back to my room. Don't come out for the rest of the night. Doing this for 2 years. She still tries to talk to me. What the duck? Why did God kill my mom when I was 6 and then let people like this guy have one? I'm sorry that happened to you, man. Get better soon. When the dentist's punk ass assistant ain't doing their one job with a suction tube, so you're just there like. Out of all the captions that Cold Bean put with that picture, I'm so glad it's that one. I'm currently taking a shit in a McDonald's bathroom. When you nut in your dead dog's mouth. CCP. How do we win the hearts and minds of the people? Tanks on the beach. Tanks on the beach. Winning the hearts and minds of the people is just an old CCP euphemism for organ harvesting. Over 350 children linked by DNA to mailmen from the 1950s and 60s. The legends are true. An estimated 4% of the internet is porn. It's all porn, if you have the right attitude. Horror movies should add bloopers, so after watching the main film you'll be able to sleep. I watched this Indonesian horror movie and they did have some bloopers, except instead of being funny outtakes, they were points in filming where they were forced to stop because the actress playing as the ghost got possessed a couple times and they had to do an exorcism. Michael Jackson in disguise so he could go on a date with Tata O'Neill in the 1970s. Which one is Michael? Ancient Roman prostitutes did something similar, but usually they would have phalluses inscribed in their sandals. So, if you were ever in the mood, you could just look down and follow the dicks. Follow the yellow dick road. Is there like a reason we boil crustaceans alive instead of killing them first, or just put them in the freezer for a few hours before you boil them? It basically puts them to sleep and they feel a lot less not fit. Now listen to this mother ducker tip tap around my freezer singing Under the Sea until dinner time. Edit. Y'all are the greatest. Much love. Where was the craziest place you masturbated at? My friend's mom's closet while sniffing her socks. Profile pic checks out. Important update. The kitten that was 2 sources long is now 5 sources long. It is vital to stay informed regarding serious current events. The longer you wait, the more sauce you need to eat the cat. Don't forget about inflation. Sauce is not cheap. Why are people into anime like this? Weird and creepy. This person was actually found. Self-identified actually, against all odds, was a girl. In the trunk. What's an oddly violent fact that you know? Suicide bombers can often be identified because the blast pressure of a torso-mounted suicide vest separates the head at the weak point, neck junction. So heads tend to pop off and land nearby relatively intact like a T-ball. What's your favorite conspiracy theory in history? And not Amelia Earhart or 9/11. Want to hear some crazy ones? Amelia Earhart orchestrated 9/11. She was flying the plane. Is it really? Education only goes as far as you're willing to take it. Much like anal Shreks. If my girlfriend turned into a worm, I'd build her a worm sanctuary and take care of her. I'd repeatedly cut her in half, multiplying her until I have enough biomass to mold her into a pocket pussy and duck her. How the turntables. Lana Raids is now against adult industry after being taken advantage of while doing porn. Just trying to tie the loose ends before her son finds out. How people at my college park. What if we touched truck nuts in the college parking lot? The Oppenheimer marketing team is going crazy. The Warner Bros lot is currently on fire. Female ferrets can die if they don't have enough Shreks. About to save some lives. Why I never trust a mother ducker who drinks milk. I love how milk has become the universal symbol of true evil and psychopathy in film, because it's both valid and correct. You'll just think milk is for psychopaths, because your dad never came back with it. Any ladies wanna run a 2-man? I'd rather guide my dad into my mum. Point of view: your girlfriend comes home drunk from Gert's night and screams that dick better be up. I had an ex. Gorgeous, but the crazy kind of gorgeous. She was absolutely insatiable. Like, I thought I could have as much Shreks as I wanted before I met this girl. Now I know my limit level insatiable. So one night she comes home from a night out with her friends and she's all messed up. She's got cuts in everywhere. Her nose is bleeding. She's got a black eye. And before I can say anything, without explaining her condition, she walks up to me and, dead-eyed, says, "Better saddle up, cowboy. Mommy is wanting to visit outer space on that crotch rocket." I've never been so scared, yet so horny at the same time. It was awesome. Archive. Spreading the positivity. This is so ducked up but so funny at the same time. Huh, do you have any condoms? Him, no. Her, this way. Hate when a nostril is dirty. Huh, I bet he's thinking about other women. Him, if Jesus stood on a river, would he stand still or move down the river like on a conveyor belt? Imagine Jesus at a water park. He'd shoot out the slide, skim across the surface of the water, and crash into all the people sunbathing by the pool. Distilled water is just purified piss. Will this continue until you get your PC part? I'm mentally unstable, so yes. When you lock eyes with your teacher one time and they start only teaching you, I like it, because I feel like they feel someone is actually listening to them. I don't know man, it's making me hard sometimes. Which smell do you find the most satisfying? Campfire, gasoline, own farts, rain? I like to smell my own farts while standing in the rain pouring gasoline on the campfire. You have to fight one for $500 million. Who you taking on? Ali obviously. Might take me a while to dig him up, but should be an easy fight. Parents of Reddit, what is the most unsettling thing you have heard/seen your child do? My son walked into the room, but naked, holding a pair of scissors, and asked why his younger sister didn't have a penis. He never explicitly said he was thinking of performing surgery on himself, but we kept a close eye on him for a few weeks, and hid all the scissors. Drake and 21 put both of their meat in my ears, and nutted at once with this new album. Just say the album good now, what the duck. Why is this promoted tweet appearing under here? Lol. Promoted tweets are based on your browsing history. They put his brain in his sister's body. Some of us dream of being in that situation. Scientists discover creature that never has Rex. Well, of course I know him. He's me. Just because you die a virgin doesn't mean that you are buried as one. The Italian town of Centuripe literally resembles a human. Where is your house? Near the anus. Going to the hospital as a black woman and I see there are no black nurses or doctors. You're in the hospital, not jail. Strata launch, the biggest plane in the world, is about to fly. Now you can hit both towers at once. A sniper's dream. Did you know that a single sperm has 37.5 megabytes of DNA information in it? That means that a normal ejaculation represents a data transfer of 1587 terabytes. That's a lot of information to swallow. Yo, do you take HDMI or DisplayPort? Blind Mystic Baba Vanga says the end times will commence in 2025. I bet her throat goes crazy. Why would you even say that, bro? What if I told you you can stop a boner by flexing your thigh? You can also stop a thigh by flexing your boner. Works in public. Heavily recommended because every thighs run away from you when you flex your boner. How X, Y, and Z felt after leaving the alphabet and joining mathematics. Then you realize D is just a bricked up. What? Thanos snaps his finger. Pregnant people. What can you say during Shreks, but also at a family dinner? Or mother, you surely know how to make me happy. When my nephews ask what it was like before YouTube was monetized and people just made videos for fun. It felt like cream pieing the hottest girl on school, balls deep, without having to worry about knocking her up, and at the moment you come, remembering that you have Zelda Ocarina of Time rented for the weekend, and waiting for you to come home to UN64 on a Friday after school. I think she ate enough bruh. For legal reasons this is a joke. The rising cost of living means this mom of 3 goes hungry, so her kids can eat. See you in hell, you stupid fruit. Corporations the day after Pride ends. Best of Cassandra. When I was younger I used to stretch my ballsack out and pretend it was Cassandra. Thank you for that information. Asian buildings are designed so that when evil spirits fall from the sky onto the roof, they are propelled back up towards the sky. American houses are designed so that the evil spirits fall into your neighbor's lawn. No, the roof is used so that the bad spirits fall onto the roof with their legs spread and their balls are destroyed so that they can no longer make new bad spirits. I had a black suit. No way. I had a black suit too. I wanna have a black suit. He did have a black suit at Gwen's funeral lol. Maggots when you lift up the dead rotting corpse. You know it's funny, there's hundreds of porn videos of white girls calling black guys the N-word, but I've never seen one of a white guy saying it to a black girl. Put me in, coach. Your rapper name is Lil plus the last reason you were in the hospital. Lil suicide attempt. Testing how long it takes until he cat slaps me. Why does he look like Hitler? What's something you know, but you really shouldn't? My dad has only one working nut. My mom and sister got into a big fight while drunk and my mom told my sister that she came from her dad's bad nut. I hug other women slightly off center so our boobs fit together like puzzle pieces. Tetris. Your cat looks like he's in debt. They won't stop coming, what do I do? About to put the cock in cockroach. Were you born a girl? Why? Cause I'm straight and don't want to talk to a boy. Talking to a boy is gay? I once made eye contact with a man and I'm worried I like dick bro. Toddlers are the sweetest little things. My cannibal friend can confirm. All drugs should be entirely legalized in all forms so all the drug addicts will eventually work their way up to heroin, overdose and die, making society better one day at a time. No, he's got a point. Me trying not to laugh at my grandfather's funeral after the priest said that he is no longer among us. Not that I approve drunk driving or anything, but I'm 100% sure this shit absolutely slaps when you're driving home drunk. Especially when the bumping noise of the people you run over are perfectly sync with the beat. What's the best response to your weird? You talk a lot shit for a dude in cum shot distance. RPS dick. You chose dick. I choose scissors. Scissors win. Bow. Screenshot that lol. Cows have Shreks while walking and car hits them interrupting their Shreks. I'm so sorry to hear about your mother getting hit by a car. You meet your 13-year-old self, but you can only tell them 3 words. What do you say and why? Wear a condom. What's the kid's name? Herpes. Me and my wife are expecting our firstborn child in 2 months, and we still don't have a name lol. You should name him Jack. We are hoping for a girl, but if we have a boy, that would be a strong contender for his name. Introducing Hiller and I's firstborn child, Jack Ingoff, born at 1:35 am on the 12th of December 19. You think your life is hard? Try being stuffed with meat 24/7. What? When my oldest was 2, her favorite movie was The Witches, specifically because of she loved the scene where the witches peel off their human disguises, but veggie tales scared her because she didn't like to see vegetables talk. Kids are weird. Knew his spoochie touching the floor. A sad person. A sad Southeast Asian. Remove the water and you see a sad African. Add family member. There's Alabama. The dating pool for young women is literally porn addicts. Sensitive guys you have to perform constant emotional labor for. Narcissistic, if not sociopathic, gym bros. Emotionally distant manipulators. Performative woke men who still treat women like shit. So basically, guys who post 4chan. Guys who post on Reddit. Guys who post on Instagram. Guys who post on LinkedIn. Guys who post on Twitter. I want to extract the eggs from your ovaries and take the milk from your honkers and mix them together to make an omelette. I've been alive 20 years and still haven't found the right thing to say when someone knocks on the door of the public bathroom you're in. Hold on a minute, I'm eating. Most embarrassing Shrek's moment go. Few years ago, went on a date with a disabled girl. Went cinema and for some food. Went back to hers and was kissing in the garden. She told me to lift her onto this swing hanging off a tree. And we had Shreks on the swing with her legs dangling around like noodles. I put her back in the chair and took her inside before I left. And her dad came up to me and said quietly, "Thanks mate, most lads just leave her stuck on the swing." My kids are going to cremate me after I pass, and I have had a knee replacement, so that should be interesting. How old are you, and when about do you expect to kick it? Can't wait for that Reddit post. Holy shit, what an inquiry, but I'm 60 and both sides of family generally live to be 80 to 100, so hate to disappoint you, but you keep your fingers crossed. Remind me. 20 years. Average male population in Thailand. As a Thai I could confirm that having a girlfriend in Thailand is kinda pain in the ass. Without saying what the category is, what are your top 5? Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Chernobyl, Fukushima, Paris. Welcome to Alabama the Beautiful. Jokes aside y'all, this song touches me more than my uncle. Tyler, we sucked your dick in high school. Do you remember us? That's one way to get your brother's attention. Fingers are made for turning Bible pages, not putting inside yourselves. Ladies, what if you need to moisten your fingers to turn the page? What's the difference between a Catholic priest and a wristwatch? Nothing. 12 is the highest they'll go. Not quite wholesome, but definitely touching. At least acne waits until you're 14 to come on your face. This maple syrup tastes great. Where did you get it? Finn is one lucky guy. All my girl does is squirt her period over my dick and call it a Bloody Mary before she leans down and gives me the most abhorrent head ever known to man. Shit is like watching The Walking Dead eviscerate a survivor. Calling men bald counts as shrexual harassment. UK tribunal rules. I shrexually abuse my dad then. Mom, can we get a mouse pad? We have a mouse pad at home. Mouse pad at home. Hey, where is Remy? The king of football has left us, but his legacy will never be forgotten. R.I.P. King. You are next. Duck French people. What? Do you really think this shit is out of context? There's only hell for the baguette duckers. Delete that tweet. Oaks, please shut the duck up. Your crush pins you against a wall. Your 9th emoji is your reaction. Oh dear. Oh great heavens. You need to grow a short afro and pretend it's long. My ex had an accident, so I gave the paramedics the wrong blood type. Now she'll finally learn about rejection. Oh wait, this is a joke sub. Please disregard this. Queen Victoria, the second longest serving queen and ruler of the British Empire, drank a shot of opium every day, carried cocaine chewing gum, and smoked marijuana to ease her stomach pains. Her Highness. You wake up in the year 3020 after being cryogenically preserved. What is the first thing you do? Boot up a porn simulation and let rip 1000 years of built up sperm. That jizz will fly so hard it will pressure wash the logo off the NASA shuttle. Where do you aim when you pee? The machine gun. The silencer. The outlaws. The super silencer. You stick your dick in the water and it makes no noise. What's a fact that makes you uncomfortable? We'll start. Your bones are wet. There's a moment during the cremation process when the meat is perfectly cooked. Since hot dogs are basically just pureed meat stuffed inside an animal intestine, a hot dog doesn't stop being a hot dog even after we eat it. We just become the new hot dog casings, and that makes us, in a way, hot dogs as well. I hate taking my pants off at the dentist, so humiliating. They have to check for cavities though. What the weirdest place you have masturbated? When I was 19 I was suicidal. I went to go lay down on the train tracks and get run over. I got bored waiting for a train, so decided to rub one out while laying on the tracks. Post-nut clarity helped me get off the tracks and get the help I needed. That's the best post-nut clarity I've heard. What would you do if your grandfather on his dying bed tells you are left 100 million in and he dies? In debt. Married pilot couple reveal what it's like to share a cock. This is so sad. Someone give a cock to that poor woman so they don't have to share anymore. Surgeons in India removed over 600 iron nails from a man's stomach this week after a CT scan revealed the mass of metal in the 48-year-old's abdomen. They could have removed the nails really quickly if they had done an MRI. Women will make fun of a guy for not being able to make her come meanwhile she needs to be choked upside down with 2.5 fingers inside her rotating counterclockwise at a 45 degrees angle for precisely 52 minutes in order to climax. Man, you can just ask where the clitoris is. We'd be happy to show you. Tried once, was told to leave Walmart or security would be called. Cop 1. Anything you say can and will be held against you. Guy, titties. Cop 2. Damn, this guy's good. Things changed when Cop 2 took his shirt off.